I've been asked a few times about how I create my videos, so I decided to make this little video just to show my workflow. Normally I edit on my iPhone. I just keep the video on the camera. Took me a while to figure this out, how to do this, so hopefully this will help others. As you can see on the screen here, I have 8 short videos. I find it better to record short videos and then simply edit them one at a time and add them together. So first of all, I'm going to click on the first video here. You can see this video comes in, just starts playing immediately. So click somewhere, then click up at the top, and I normally use the auto edit function. So press auto at the top, and then the little AI button at the bottom. Once you press that, it will automatically analyze the video. So you'll see the video analysis starting automatically. It takes a few seconds depending on the length of your video, and it will go through the video and try and pick out the best bits that it can find for your video. Once it's done that, then it will join them all together, but I don't usually use the join together version. I usually use the individual clips. So you can see here that it has a compilation for review and drafts. So I normally go through these, have a little look, see, I don't like that one, have another look, that one's maybe okay, another look at this, no, don't like that. Yeah, that's something like the sky in the background here for this one. So let's have a little watch at this. You can drag the cursor at the bottom to take you through the video. Like the sky color at the start, but not very much happening in the video. So just going through, trying to decide what to look at here. Let's have a look. You can edit the video to make it shorter, trying to make it into a few seconds. Little segments to add together seem to be what people like to view. It's more interesting than watching a whole big long video where not very much is happening. So quite like this section, but not sure there's very much happening in it. So maybe let's have a look and see. I'm changing my headphones there, so don't want that. Probably don't want that bit in the video. Let's see if there's a better section slightly later on. There's a curve that I go around here. Yeah, maybe this bit. Let's have a look at that. So you just tap anywhere on the screen to play, and it'll start back at the start of your segment. No, let's see, a little section here before I touch my headphones. Yeah, let's go with that. So what I'm doing now is I'm clicking the little tick box to indicate that I want to export this particular segment. Now I'm going to click the export button up at the top, and what that'll do is it'll take that segment the way it's been framed and it'll export it to the phone album. So I normally just use the default settings for this. Quite good quality. Takes a few seconds to export. That's it saved to my phone album. So now just click back to go back out and click the second video. Now this one I want to do slightly differently because I specifically took a shot from the ground level with the camera here. So I'm going to click the plus and I'm going to make this track on the fender part of the wheel here. So I'm just going to let it track through. This is just a short clip. So it's tracked through there now, you can see, but you can see it has expanded out on the video, but I want it zoomed in. So what you can actually do is click on the track section and you can change it to a narrow view. It took me a while to figure this out. So now we've got a really zoomed in view of the Onewheel at this part. So now what we really want to do is just make this video a little bit shorter, trim it to the length that we're interested in. Kind of want to get it from the Onewheel when it zooms up a little bit, but before I put my hand on the camera, probably turned it off a little bit too quickly in this segment. So really what you want to do is create short clips. You can probably create a little bit longer than you think you're maybe going to use, because we can trim it down when we come to make the story slightly later on. So again, export, just the exact same process as before. So now we'll have 2 short videos on the iPhone album. Okay, on to the next one. Same thing again. I'm just going to click auto and click the AI. It takes a few seconds to do its analysis, takes a few more seconds to do the rendering, the initial rendering that it does. And once it does that, then it creates lots of little clips. I normally just go through them, pick the ones that I like, shorten them or change them slightly to whatever I like. You can see I don't like that fisheye thing here, so I'm looking for another one here, and so on. So just speed up this sequence because you don't need to see all of this. But basically, this is exactly what I do for all of the videos, and just go through them all, pick the little bits that I like, shorten them to the right length, select them. Now you can actually select a couple of things at a time, so you can select multiple videos and export 2 small clips from each video, or 3 or 4, whatever you decide. But basically that's what's happening here. Okay, so here I quite like this little bit where the camera actually goes through some of the grass. So I'm going to just shorten to get a few seconds of this where it comes out of that. So let's just play it through again to see if we like that. Yeah, a little bit longer. Again, we're not too worried if we go a little bit long here because we can shorten it out in the next edit. So this is exporting 2 clips to the phone album this time. You can see it says it's exporting 1 of 2. If they're short clips, it takes a very small amount of time to do this, so it's really quite easy to do. And pretty much that's it. Just go through the rest of the 8 videos that I'd captured, the 8 short videos, and do the same thing. So this is just a bit of sped up sequence where I go through that here now for the rest of those clips. Now that we've got our final clip exported, it's time to put them all together. So again, I use the Stories feature of the Insta360 app for this. So click on Stories down on the bottom right hand side here, and that'll take you to create a new story, create a story. So if you click that, then that allows you to select videos. And so normally I select Recents, click on the Recents button here, and that will take you to the iPhone album. And then just click on the ones that you want. You can click whatever order you want to bring them in. So I have 10 clips exported here, so I'm going to bring those 10 in. Next thing I'm going to do is change the aspect ratio to 9:16, which is what I exported them in. First of all, let's change all of the transitions between the clips to the blur fade 2. This gives quite a nice transition between the clips. It makes it quite fluid, and especially if the clips are somewhat different, this gives a nice little transition in between them. So just changing all the transitions to blur fade 2. That's the last one now. Okay, so let's take a look through this video. It's maybe a little bit long, so we'll try and shorten some of the sequences that maybe not very much happening in. So we could probably take a few seconds off that first one, so you can just drag either the start or the start or the end of the video, and it'll shorten it for you. A little bit more. Okay. Punchy short segments keep viewers' interests. So here I'd like these clips to be in a different order, so I'm just going to click and hold on the clip. It shows me little icons of them all, and I can just drag it to where I want it to be in the position. So if I decide, that makes more sense to have them in a slightly different order, better flow, I can do that. So you just click and hold on the video and drag it into the different position, and as you can see, it actually keeps its transition as well, so that's pretty cool. So just fast forwarding through the rest of the edit, and it's just the same sort of thing, just making things longer and shorter. Now I'm going to add a little bit of text in here as well. So just a small title for the screen. You can just type in some text here. There's all sorts of cool things you can do. I'm just using the basic text here for this to place it on top of the screen. You can do multiple, obviously, or you can just do a single one like I've done here. Just for a few seconds at the start of the video, just to give it a little bit of context. Just a final few edits, going through the video again, just make sure I'm happy with how it all flows together. At this stage too, you can add music or whatever you want to, but I don't do that here in this video. and then we can just click the export button at the top, just the same as we did for the other videos. This one will probably take a little bit longer because it's just a little bit of a longer video, but the export will complete. That will be in our iPhone album, and then I normally go through and delete all the little segments that have been used to create the video. And that's my workflow. If you did find this video useful, or if you have a better way of doing something, please do leave me a comment in the comments section below.